going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And today we're doing the NFL Beast Pick Week 7. Joining me, Rain 48.
And Josh Allen and Stuff Diggs.
Yep. Yeah, that was a barn burner for sure. That game.
A win's a win.
Yeah. It is. That's all that matters at the end of the day. All right, so for our records last week, you went 10-6, I went 8-8. And yeah, so you're in the lead more.
Damn right I am.
Yep. Okay. So, that being said, the week predictions. Jacksonville Jaguars, New Orleans Saints, Thursday Night Football, Amazon.
The Saints are a 1.5 point favorite.
1.5 point favorite. Yeah. With New Orleans Saints, I don't know. They're just kind of on and off. It seems like. I think Jacksonville's the better solid team right now. So I'm just gonna pick Jacksonville to win here. The Saints, they didn't look really good against Houston, and Jacksonville, they're solid. So I'm gonna say safe pick and pick Jacksonville here to win.
I'm gonna go the same. Jacksonville's defense has actually been firing pretty damn well. New Orleans is a good defense, but if you're going down to offense, Jacksonville I think beats them. I'm gonna say the Jags win this one 21-13.
Okay. I think I didn't say my score.
I don't think you did either.
Jacksonville wins 23-16.
Okay.
All right. So next we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 1 o'clock.
The Bucs are a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah, despite them losing to the Lions in a tough battle, I do think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the matchup. And I think they will win. I'm going to give Tampa Bay a 26-20 victory.
I am going to pick against you. I'm going to say the Falcons pull this one off. Atlanta's defense has been very stout this year. I'm going to say 21-10 Falcons win that one.
Okay. Next, the Las Vegas Raiders against the Chicago Bears.
The Raiders are a 3 point favorite.
Yes, and as we now have alluded to, I alluded to last week, Bill Belichick is now 0-3 against Josh McDaniels as a head coach, which I have no idea how that is possible, but it happened again. But nonetheless, the Raiders beat the Patriots, and the Bears lost to the Minnesota Vikings, and they regressed like I expected them to.
The Bears didn't even show up.
Yeah. And I expect that will continue because the Bears suck, and we own them. So I think
you aren't even playing them.
That's why. That's psyche right there. We don't even have to play them to own them.
I think that's just psycho.
I think the Raiders get it done. I think they're gonna win 17-6.
So here's the problem. This is just a coin flip because it's the battle of the backup quarterbacks. That being said, I think if the Raiders start Aiden O'Connell, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I don't trust Tyson Bagent, but I don't think Justin Fields can play with his dislocated thumb. Jimmy Garoppolo probably won't play with his severe back injury. Give me the Raiders. It's going to be a boring game, like 13-7.
Okay. Cleveland Browns at the Indianapolis Colts.
The Browns are a 2.5 point favorite. I don't know how. They should be way more.
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns, man. They won a game that they really shouldn't have won, but at the same time,
Defense wins, man.
Niners gave it to them, and Niners had a chance to still win it, and they didn't get it done with the field goal. But shouldn't even been like that. Niners should have had it, but they lost. And the defense, man, like you said, defense won that match for them. The offense was just whatever, but they did enough to win with that defense, and that Brown defense is for real. That is a for real defense right there. But they're gonna have to figure it out because, obviously, I mean, I think Watson will be playing this week. But if not, I mean, it's going to be really hard for that team to continue anywhere. But even when Watson is on the field, he doesn't play that great as he used to. He plays okay. But compared to what he had been playing a couple of years ago, it's not as good. And that's going to be something they're going to have to figure out. Nonetheless, I still think the Cleveland Browns win because obviously the Indianapolis Colts are not going to have their quarterback, and obviously there are some other issues that the Colts are going to have. So I do think the Browns will still win this game regardless. I'm going to give it a 20-9 victory.
I think Cleveland blows them out. I think Gardner Minshew's had some really good weeks. I can't trash Gardner Minshew, but the Browns defense, like we said, they are legit. That team is very, very good. I'm going to say it's 27-13, and that's my final score on that.
Okay. Next, we have the Washington Commanders versus the New York Giants.
Commanders are a 3-point favorite.
Okay. Wow. This is a divisional matchup. But do we know if we don't know if Tyrod is playing, but
He's slated to at the moment.
But I don't know. It's really hard. So the Commanders are on and off every week on whether they're going to be good or bad or decent. The Giants, I mean, last week they played pretty solid against the Bills, but at the same time, other than last week, they've been looking like shit. And the Giants did make a lot of mistakes against the Bills, despite the fact that they had a chance to win that game. I mean, they get the field goal right before half. We're talking about a completely different ball game at the end of regulation. So this is a tough one really to decide. I'm gonna take the Giants right now, but that really depends on what goes on to the week. But I'm gonna just say the Giants right now, and I'm gonna probably say it is a 21-16 victory.
This one's ugly. It really is a coin flip, especially being a divisional game. I'm gonna go out on a whim here and say the Washington pulls it out. I think the Bills, quite honestly, have been very bad at game planning lately. I think there's a big issue behind the scenes with the offensive coordinator. I'm not pulling the trigger on the team itself. I think somebody needs to straighten out the coaching. Back-to-back weeks in which they've been ill-advised on a game plan, in which they haven't even attacked weaknesses on a defense. That's where I'm a little disgusted. It's nothing about the play script itself. It's about how we're calling and who's getting the ball. That being said, I think Washington and Ron Rivera have been very smart at attacking the right ways. I'm going to say Washington knocks this one out 17-7.
Okay. Next we have the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens are a 3-point favorite.
Yeah. Detroit has been looking good. But at the same time, Baltimore is Baltimore. And you never know what you're getting. I think Baltimore is going to come back here. And I think this is a trap game for the Lions. Lions have been looking good, but things come. And the Ravens are always prepared, it seems like, in certain situations. And I think this is one where they'll be more ready for it. And I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens get it done. I'm going to say it is a game that comes down to the wire. It is possibly going to go to overtime or at the end of regulation field goal victory, 23-20, Baltimore.
You and your Detroit Lion hating ass. Give me some Dan Campbell and his kneecap biting ways. I'm buying into what Coach Campbell's got. I'm buying into those receivers have been legit. Uh, we're swinging here. I'm going Detroit 31, Baltimore 24.
Okay. Next, Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. Bills are the favorites by how much?
8.5 points.
Yeah, we are probably seeing the end of the era of Bill Belichick in New England, I think. Maybe, possibly. I think he'd be back next year, but
Yeah, they'll use the scapegoat and claim that it's 100% on Mac Jones. And
yeah, we were saying this last week, they might draft a quarterback or get a veteran quarterback, but I just don't know. I mean, like the way they are looking right now, New England's looking right now. I mean, there's got to be some big discussions at the end of offseason on what they're going to do. I mean, you got to remember, Bill Belichick is the GM too, of that team too. So I mean, there's got to be a lot of things that are going to go on behind the scenes for him to stay on. I mean, factually, Bill Belichick staying on to try and beat Don Shula's record. He's only like 25 wins away from that, which, I don't think he's going to get there. But
I would say that's
yeah,
a lot. That's like
that's a
three
lot. But
seasons at the rate they're going.
that's what I think he's going for. I mean, he's going for George Hallis and Don Shula is the leading one. He has the most victories out of any coach. And Don Shula, and those are the only two coaches he hasn't passed. He hasn't passed George Hallis, the founder of the league, and then Don Shula. And we're talking like he would have to be a New England coach or head coach in general for another 4 or 5 years, and have double-digit wins, which I don't think with this team right now.
If it's 25, you would
Around
need
25.
yeah, but if it's 25, you would need 3 double-digit win seasons, and you got it. But
they're not, unless they got Tom Brady again. He ain't gonna get that. He ain't gonna get that with what they got right now. So you're looking at possibly 4 or 5, unless you get like a 10-win game season, every year.
that would in fact be double digits.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't see that happening. But anywho, Buffalo, game plan or not, they should beat the Patriots. And again, I don't want to sound too overconfident here, because I was very confident that they were going to beat the Giants here last week by a lot, and that was right down to the wire. So Bill Belichick does always prepare for stuff like this, but they're the better team. They should be able to beat this team very easily, like the Giants, and really show their dominance. And it's really weird because we always talk about the Buffalo Bills and their high-powered offense and all the stuff they do, and it's great. But then we get these games where we think, oh my God, they're gonna kill them, and then they don't do it, and they win or they barely lose. I'm gonna say the Buffalo Bills win. I'm gonna say it's 27-17, because I just don't know if it's gonna be. I mean, it should be a blowout, but way they're playing, it might not be a blowout. So I'm just gonna say that 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I wish. I have a feeling Dorsey's going to continue to puke all over himself here. It's going to be 20-17 final, and I hate saying that. Yeah, for the Bills, but I hate saying that. But I have zero faith in this offense at this moment, and it's got less about who's on the offense and more about who's calling the plays. A lot of people are mad when I'm saying that. I don't care. Shit can Dorsey right now. I think I'd be happier letting Josh Allen run the offense and let him call his own plays, because I don't trust Ken Dorsey worth shit.
Okay. Yeah. Let Josh Allen run wild, guys. Anyways, so Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks. This is the first 405 game.
Seattle's an 8-point favorite.
8-point favorites. And yeah, I do think Seattle gets it done here. They were close against the Bengals. I think they really should have won that game. I'm gonna say they're gonna win 24-13. I'm
gonna say that Seattle finally has a fire lit under their ass. They know they can come back and at least put themselves in the picture of the division. We saw San Fran take a loss here. And It's not going to be pretty. I'm going to say 27-20 final. Seattle wins that one.
Okay. Next we have next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers against the LA Rams, 405.
The Rams are a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, Rams, they look good, and that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers, uh, you know, they're always gonna be strong on a lot of these games. We can still see it. Mike Tomlin always coaches these guys up. But I think the Rams are gonna get it here. I think the Rams, they've looked impressed, surprisingly impressive, despite everything, lack of draft picks, last of a lot of things. I think the Rams get it done. I think they're gonna win 21-14.
So this is gonna be one of those games here where Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell go nuts. The Steelers secondary is very, very bad. 31-20 final. LA Rams.
Okay. Next, we have the LA Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs, 425.
Chiefs are 5.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Kansas City should win this game. I mean, they're pretty much going to be the favorites to win mostly all the rest of these regular season games, probably. And Kansas City, they're just playing really good. They're playing really good football. Despite anything that's going on, the Chiefs, I think, are a really good team. They're going to be a good team for a while. And the Chargers, a lot of people think there's promise in the Chargers. I don't really see it. They kind of get stuff light in the bottle, and then it just flames out. They had a chance to beat Dallas on Monday night. They couldn't do it. Inconsistent play. There was some bad calls by the officials in that game, but there was a lot of things they could have done before any of those to avoid that, especially how close that game was. Kansas City, I think, will win easily in this game. I think it will be a 31-14 victory.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't even think it should be this close, quite honestly. The Chargers have looked miserable. The offense isn't scoring in big moments. The defense isn't doing anything. And it's in Arrowhead. Give me a 38-13 final.
Okay. All righty. Next, my Green Bay Packers are back, and they're playing the Denver Broncos at Denver. 425 game.
The Packers are a 1.5-point favorite.
And I am happy we are favored, but I am still kind of concerned with how 2 weeks ago went. I know one of our commenters are going to be commenting on here because he's a Denver Broncos fan. But
what's his name?
Kyle.
That's another Kyle?
Yeah, it's another Kyle.
And an intelligent man.
But I know he's upset about the Broncos right now. But unfortunately, man, you're going to be upset even more because the Green Bay Packers are going to get it done here. We will beat them, I hope, 26-13. Sean Payton really just hasn't done anything to really get these guys going. I think, I don't know if you consider that the quarterback play or what around. I mean, he did allow 70 points against the Dolphins, but yeah, they're just not here right now. So I'm confident that we can beat this team, despite our bad play. I think we aren't as bad as Denver is right now. So I think we will get it done.
Listen, from one Kyle to another Kyle, I'm really, really upset and really sad. I didn't even look at the schedule going into this game, and I own a Denver Broncos jersey. I could have just ultimately troll jobbed you with the Brandon Marshall Broncos jersey. That being said, it's about time that Russ Wilson starts cooking. We're not talking spaghetti and hot dogs or baked beans and bologna. We're talking 5-course gourmet meal, and he's going to cook. And the Packers fans, just like their quarterback, it ain't going to be any love.
Oh, God.
So I'm calling the Broncos on this one. The Packers are due for a nice collapse. I know they've had a couple. Denver has to pick a couple wins up at some point. This is going to be the first starter of that. It takes a little bit of that fire off of Sean Payton, and it's going to embarrass you guys. I'm going to say it's going to be 35-14
Oh
Broncos.
no. Oh, by the way, he also liked your comment about the Chiefs.
There we go.
But anyways, yes. All right. So the Sunday night football game. We're already on Sunday night football. Sunday night football, Miami Dolphins at the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles are a 2-point favorite.
Yeah. Wow. I'm really surprised that we are talking about a team that lost last week to the Jets.
I think a lot of people are understanding and giving the credit, regardless of how bad how mid, as the kids would say, the quarterback play from Zach Wilson has been. That defense is lights out, and they still have one of the top 10 running backs in the league with the Jets. They should be able to honestly eke to an 8-9 win season. That defense is strong enough to ride to almost 500 record.
Yeah, and the Jets. I mean, the Jets, man. Like, I was shocked. And you had that, you brought up that statistic about the Bills too, about Diggs was the only one who broke out, and I think there was that thing too. He didn't, the Eagles didn't really get anything.
AJ Brown did.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown now holds the most for an outside perimeter receiver at 131, but AJ Brown and Steph Diggs are the only two who most people consider two of the top 5 receivers in the league. So unless you're elite, you're not hanging points.
Against that. You're basically screwed against that defense.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. In terms of this game though, with the Dolphins and the Eagles, I don't see the Eagles losing a second straight game here. I think they are pissed that they lost the game, because even though that defense dominated, it was still a close game. They still had a chance to get it, and they were winning a lot. They were winning a lot throughout that game too. They wasn't until
they shot themselves in the foot. They let the Jets score.
Yeah, and and once that was it, that defense, man, they were gonna let them get it again. So yeah, again, I think now the Eagles rebound here. It was a wake up call for them. I'm gonna say it is a 34-27 victory. I think it's going to be a high scoring game because, again, I don't think these defenses are as big as what the Jets were. So I think you're going to see more offense in this game. But I still, in the end, say Eagles get it here.
So I'm torn because I really, really, really want to see somebody else humble the Dolphins. However, the Eagles haven't been awe-inspiring, but I'm going to go off of a narrative that I'm going to put in the universe here. Outside of the Bills, the only game that the Dolphins really haven't looked like a dominant team was in primetime. And I'm going to say that. Let's say that the lights are too bright for them here. The Philadelphia Eagles have been there. They can do that. I'm going to say the Eagles pull this one out 24-20 final.
Next Monday Night Football, 8:15. 49ers, San Francisco 49ers at the Minnesota Vikings.
I would love to know what Vikings fans are smoking and or ingesting that they're putting so much money down that it is less than a double-digit favorite. The Niners are 6.5-point favorite. You might as well call it 13.5. The Vikings didn't look good last week.
Played the Bears. They do realize they played the Bears last week, right?
But they didn't look good against the Bears.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They do realize they played the Bears. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's Kirk Cousins who's missing his number one receiver. They couldn't get the ball to TJ Hawkinson. I have no faith left in this team. Kirk Cousins, if you were smart, you might be pounding the table and going, "Hey, trade me somewhere," aka the Jets, because at least then before Aaron Rodgers comes back, you have a chance to be a playoff team. The Niners will rebound. It was an ugly game last week.
It's a good defense, might I
add. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, they'll rebound. It's against one of the most elite defenses that we've seen in a while. I'll go out and say not just this year. Like, they're almost playing higher caliber than the Jets right now.
I don't know. That's tough.
Statistically, they actually are. Statistically, their perimeter receivers. I don't think they're
Jets, because the Jets. I mean, like with what they did the Bills and what they did last week.
But I don't think that the Browns have allowed over 100 yards to a perimeter receiver yet, and I can check that and I'll comment that. But like, I'm pretty sure that's a real stat. And the Browns secondary has been lights out, and it's the difference is the Browns are stopping the run and the pass. The Jets are great against the pass. They can't stop the run. That being said, I'm going to say the Niners really bounce back here. Give me 38-7. They're going to rout the Vikings.
Yeah, I also agree. I think the Vikings are getting their ass kicked. Vikings, again, they beat the Bears. Big deal. This is not the Bears. This is the 49ers. 49ers are going to win 31-10.
So I want to pull out one that I think you'll enjoy here. Back in the day, Vince didn't screw Brett. Brett screwed Brett. Well, last week, the Vikings didn't beat the Bears. The Bears beat the Bears.
Oh, yeah, the Bears. Because we still own them. But yeah, also the teams on the bye, too. I believe it was Cincinnati Bengals.
Correct.
Where's the other one here?
Bengals, Panthers, Cowboys, Texans, Jets, and Titans.
Okay. So those are all the teams that are on the bye. We got a lot of people on the bye this week.
Yeah, it's not going to make betting fun for what I need to do. It's a lot of missing teams.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that was all the games. Make sure to check this out. Check the website out. If you're watching on either or. Look out for the shorts. Too, of every clip we do of these things. I just put out one today that actually did pretty good. So yeah, just keep looking out for the shorts. I'll try to put them out. Sometimes I'll try to put them out during the game. Sometimes I might not be able to. Sometimes I have to put them out later. But I'll try my best to get them out. Is there any sponsors?
Shout out to our dude Kyle at Chicken Dippin'. Hit him up online, chickendippin.com or chicken_dippin' on Instagram. Our friend Jeanette at the Therapy Sessions Buffalo. She cleans me up, makes me look at least tolerable every couple months. And shout out to our in Buffalo. We're going with Nikki 2 scoops over on Colvin. Best ice cream you're gonna get, hands down. His portions are insane. The bang for your buck is there, and he's gonna you're never gonna want to go elsewhere again. We don't even talk about the Dairy Princess that is.
I'll go to any ice cream place.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, Nikki 2 scoops is a whole nother level.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna have to go there.
Exactly.
That's not nice.
Apparently Siri didn't like me shit talking Dairy Queen.
Well, Dairy Queen doesn't even have real ice cream.
So. Exactly. It's frozen custard.
But anyways, so yeah, guys, comment, rates. Also next week we'll try our best to be in the studio. A lot of things happen, but we're gonna try to get back in the studio.
We made it happen.
Be more consistent with that going forward. But nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed this, comment, rate, all that good stuff, hit the subscribe button, check all that stuff out, and all our videos, shorts. And yeah, that's about it, really. Anything else, Kyle?
I think that's got it for me, man.
Yep. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. He is the reigning 48. We are
Go Broncos.
No. Go Pack Go. We're out. Peace.